Hi everybody, Ellen here. Today I come to you guys with another book review, and this time around I'm going to talk about Listen to Your Heart by Kasie West. In this book we meet Catherine, or Kate as she prefers to be called, and she is actually convinced by a friend to join this class where they're supposed to produce a podcast, and she doesn't really want to be a part of it at all, but she ends up being one of the hosts, and she's supposed to give advice to people that calls on the air and tells them, what to do and solve their problems and stuff like that. And she doesn't even know how to help herself, so how the hell is she supposed to help other people? And that pretty much sums it up what it's about. And first of all, I freaking love the characters. I mean, Kate, she's sarcastic, she is like kind of awkward, kind of socially awkward really, and I feel like I recognize myself so much in her. And she was so much fun, and I love the love interest in this book, which was this guy named Diego, and he was so adorable and funny and smart, and I love him. And then we have the best friend Alana, and I love Kate and Alana's relationship. They're really supportive, they're fun, and they just like tag along with each other on everything, even though sometimes they have like stupid ideas. And the podcast part, which was something that I was originally a little bit skeptical about because I don't actually listen to podcasts myself, so I wasn't really sure what I would think about it being in a book. But oh my god, I loved that part. I mean, the podcast is not, the entire book is not written about the podcast, because there's stuff happening between the episode they are making. But the podcasts were definitely my favorite parts. They were hilarious because you really get to see Kate's personality and her sarcasm, and the girl she's co-hosting with they're like spot on together, and it's so much fun, and you get to learn so much. And they actually talk about some kind of really hard but really important subject during this podcast, and it's just amazing, and I loved it. And I was looking forward to every single podcast, and I was like, can it come again? And I mean, I loved everything about this book, honestly, and this book made me get on the verge of tears. And I don't really cry when I read books, that happens very, very rarely, but I was on the verge of tears by the end of this book, and it wasn't even a sad part. I was just like, oh, can't they make it work? Like that kind of like frustration / sadness, and it was just such an emotional ride, really. And I love the family dynamics in Kasie West's book overall, but in this book we have Kate actually, her family owns this kind of, they live by a lake with her, along with her cousins and uncle and aunt, so they have a really big family gatherings all the time since they live together pretty much. And they work by this lake, so they rent out boats and wave runners and stuff like that. And I love the part where she loved the water and all the stillness, and the family dynamics were awesome. And I love the fact that in Kasie West's book, they're all the family members, not only the cousins but also her parents and uncle, were so involved in her life, and they were a part of it. In YA books, the parents are usually not in it very much, if at all, so I really like the fact that they got to be a big part of it, and it was just amazing, and I love it. And I love Kasie West's writing style. I flew through it so quickly. I read it all in one day. I did not want to put it down at all, and I love it, and it's so cute. And look at the cover, it's so summery and beautiful, and I could honestly like start rereading this one immediately after finishing it. But I won't, because my TBR is huge, so I need to tackle that. But I could read it back to back, and I've never done that before, but I'm gonna be honest, I could have done it. So if you guys are looking for a YA contemporary or a new YA contemporary author, I definitely recommend checking out Kasie West, and in particular this book, because I really do think that this is my new favorite book by her. and that's awesome. So if you want to read some contemporary this summer, definitely check this book out. If you have read this book or anything else by Kasie West, please let me know down in the comments what you thought about them without spoiling anybody else, of course. And yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me some thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking the little button down below. And yeah, I hope we see each other next time. Bye!